That sound is never good. This engine started knocking right after I fixed another problem, and now the engine might be ruined. All because of one incredibly arrogant mistake. And the worst part is, it was completely avoidable. Here's what happened. In the previous video, this BMW was smoking like crazy. I spent several days chasing the problem and tearing things apart, only to discover the engine was massively overfilled. So I drained the excess oil and the smoking stopped. But the moment I started the engine again, the knocking noise appeared. In my theory, the knock was already there, but because engine was so overfilled, the crankshaft was basically submerged under the oil, dampening the sound. When an engine starts knocking like this, there are several possibilities, like rod knock, piston damage, valve train failure, or maybe something loose internally. But the strange part is, this engine runs smooth. There are no warning lights and no misfires. That makes this diagnosis much more interesting. Let's start with the basics. I already confirmed no misfires, no timing faults, no cylinder deactivation. Electronically, this engine thinks everything is fine, but clearly something is not. Next, I try to isolate where the noise is coming from. When you listen closely, you can hear the knock strongest near the lower part of the engine. And that usually points out to bottom end damage. I tried deactivating each cylinder, and the noise didn't change. Then I tried screwdriver trick that I used in one of my previous videos to isolate rod bearing damage. As you can see, there is no play. This tells me the rod bearing is still good, and I am most likely dealing with a bent piston rod. Now remember, this engine was severely overfilled with oil, and when that happens, something very serious can occur. Oil can enter combustion chambers, and unlike air or fuel vapor, oil does not compress. When a cylinder fills with liquid, the piston tries to compress it, and since liquid cannot be compressed, something has to give. And usually it's the connecting rod. It bends the rod slightly, and the engine may still run, but it will knock. At this point, there's really only one way to know for sure. I have to look inside the engine. Unfortunately, this is not a happy story. The engine needs to be removed. I will need to tear it down to confirm what exactly is wrong with it. I suspect the short block will need to be replaced at least. So, because I also need to replace a bunch of other gaskets from turbochargers and valve cover gaskets and maybe even valve stem seals, I think this will be a good idea to just remove the engine, put it on a stand, find the root cause of the knock-in, which I think we all already know what it is. Oh yeah, and if you haven't noticed how messy this area is, I'm gonna show you. All this stuff been laying here for a long time, since I bought the house. So, first some cleaning and then removing the engine. Now that looks much better and something I can work with. And enough space to remove that engine, put it here, take it apart, find what's wrong with it. Alright, now the engine is finally out. Now I can start opening it up. Removing the engine ended up being a good idea even if it didn't knock, because the back of the engine looks very nasty. what looks like a mix of coolant and oils leaking from every possible gasket there. But for now I need to concentrate on that noise, because that's what's gonna be a deciding factor if this engine is worth rebuilding. Which means the next logical step is removing oil pan. Once I removed the oil pan, it looked surprisingly clean. I was expecting a lot of metal shavings in the oil, but the oil is clean and the bottom of the oil pan is clean. Nothing abnormal, except a couple plastic pieces, which is timing chain guides. This engine is known for timing chain guides breaking, I believe, which is not a big deal. If I decide to rebuild it, I can just put a timing chain kit in it. Another good sign is that oil pump pickup screen is clean. It's not clogged with a bunch of junk. So what's up with that engine? Let's take the upper oil pan off, look at the rod bearings and piston rods. I'm sure that's where the root cause is gonna be. Now, giving it a closer look without oil pan, I was expecting to see something more obvious, like a discoloration on one of the rods, which would indicate a bad rod bearing, or more obvious bent rod maybe, but for now I don't see anything. So I'm gonna remove all of the rod caps just to make sure all of the rod bearings are good, and while I'm doing that I will rotate the crankshaft and watch out for the bent rod. There it is, a bent connecting rod, just like I suspected. Comparing to other cylinder, it doesn't look straight to me. And it kinda shifted sideways on that wrist pin. That means when the piston hit the oil in the cylinder, that's what happens to the rod. It looks like a snake. And the reason for the noise here is once the rod bends, it becomes shorter, which causing the piston to come into contact with crankshaft counterweight, and that's exactly what was making the noise. And because engine was so massively overfilled, at the point of contact, it was submerged under the oil and I couldn't hear the knocking. Now the real question is, was the cause of bent rod really oil, or someone ran through water and tried to cover up the noise by overfilling the engine? What do you think? So what started as a simple smoking problem turned into a hydrolocked engine and a bent connecting rod, all because of a simple oil overfill. Just look at that. That's pretty bad. And you've probably already noticed this mark here. That's what was actually touching the crankshaft and making the noise. Because when the rod is bent like this, it becomes just slightly shorter, short enough for piston to touch the crankshaft. Check your oil. In the next episode, I'm going to attempt a complete engine rebuild to finally bring this BMW back to life, assuming the damage to the cylinder walls isn't beyond repair. So if you want to see how this engine gets rebuilt, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned.